Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Indonesia Vietnam Forum Business. My name is Danny Antonius, and I am your co-host today. For those you don't know me, I'm the International Relation of Perhimpunan Wali or Indonesia Franchising and Licensing Society. We are happy here today with all of you. This event is collaboration between the Indonesia Franchising and Licensing Society. In Indonesia, we call Perhimpunan Waralaba Lisensi Indonesia, or Wali. Collaboration with Vietnam Franchise Network. Before we start our event, we would like to thank you to our special winning team from Indonesia. Here there is Pak Tri Raharjo as the chairman of Wali, and also maybe there is Ibu Julia Astuti. Where is Ibu Julia Astuti? Is the Secretary General of the Wali, and also Ibu Evi Dia Puspita Wati is the advisor of Perhimpunan Wali, and also some of my committee team here. And we would like to thank you to our special partner from Vietnam. Here today with us, our main speaker, Ms. Phi Van Nguyen. She is the chairwoman of Vietnam Franchise Network and Global Holding. And today, she brings us 4 guest speakers from Vietnam. The first one is Mr. Hai Nguyen. Mr. Hai Nguyen, yeah, Mr. Hai Nguyen is the co-founder of Pho S. I'm learning Vietnamese now. And then also Mr. Tai Nguyen, co-founder of Care with Love. Hello. And also Mr. Lê Pok Chuk. Lê Pok Chuk. Correct me when I'm wrong. Sorry.
You're doing very well.
Co-founder and CEO from Heramo. Yes. And also Miss PN. Yeah, so many P, so many Nguyen. So I don't know you are sister and brother or not. And Chief System and Development Officer from Happi Tea. The main objective of our discussion today, we would like to see the overview of Vietnam market and franchise industry. What are the business opportunities in Vietnam? Hope today we will understand the latest information on trends, market potential, and successful strategies for running a franchise business in Vietnam of our main speaker, Ms. Phi. We need to listen and learn from her. She will share her knowledge and experience, and also her expertise and network in Vietnam. And also, I know you are ready to listen from our 4 guest speakers. They are ready to expand in Indonesia market. Wow, very good. Yeah, they will share their success story and also offer attractive investment opportunities to us who are ready to become their partner in Indonesia from Vietnam brands. We will listen. We cannot wait. Before we listen the presentation of our speakers from Vietnam, we would like to invite and listen the opening speech of our chairman of Wali, Pak Tri Raharjo. Pak Tri, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Pak Dani. Good afternoon, everybody. Best wishes to all of us. Honorable guests, Ms. P. Van Nguyen, Chairwoman of Vietnam Franchise Network, Ms. Evidia, Board of Advisor Perhimpunan Wali, or Indonesian Franchising Licensing Society, and Ms. Yulia Astuti, General Secretary of Perhimpunan Wali, and also Pak Dani Antonius, Head of International Relations of Perhimpunan Wali, Mr. Rulif, partner of Franchise and License Expo Indonesia, thank you for coming, and Mr. Tin Hai Nguyen, co-founder of Pho S, thank you. Mr. Hu Tai Tran, co-founder of Care with Love, thank you for coming. Mr. Tau Fitran, founder of Care with Love. Ms. Bien Nguyen Ngok, Franchise Development Director of Happi Tea, and all participants of the Indonesia Vietnam Business Forum 2023. First, I would like to explain about the Indonesia Vietnam Business Forum 2023. This forum is collaborative effort initiated by Indonesian Franchising Licensing Society or Perhimpunan Wali with the Vietnam Franchise Network to introduce the franchise business market in each country. As franchisor in Indonesia, we naturally want to explore about the franchise market opportunities in Vietnam. Likewise, the people of Vietnam would certainly like to know about the franchise market in Indonesia. This forum will bridge the franchise business in both countries to create business cooperation opportunities for both parties. The theme of the Indonesia-Vietnam Business Forum 2023 is Overview Vietnam Franchise Industry and Vietnam Franchise Business Opportunity in the Indonesian market. Ladies and gentlemen, in Indonesia, franchise industry is regulated by government regulation number 42 of 2007. This regulation required for a franchise entering the Indonesian market to have franchise registration certificate or surat tanda pendaftaran waralaba. There are 6 requirements for franchise business in Indonesia. Number 1, have uniqueness characteristic. Uniqueness business characteristic refer to business that has advantage or difference that are not easily imitated. Compare the similar business and make consumer always seek those distinctive characteristics. Number 2, proven profitability refer to franchisors experience at least 5 years and having business strategies to overcome challenging along the way, which is proven by the continued survival and growth of the business. Number 3, have standard for service and product. Written standard are necessary to ensure that franchisee can carry out the business within a clear and consistent framework or standard operating procedure. Number 4, easy to teach and apply. The franchise system should be easily implemented so that franchisees without prior experience or knowledge of similar business can execute it well, guided by continuous operational and management support from the franchisor. Number 5, continuous support. This refers to ongoing support provided the franchisor to the franchisee, such as operational guidance and training and promotion. Number 6, register intellectual property right. Intellectual property right related to the business such as trademark, copyrights, patent, and trade secret should be registered and have certificate or be in the process of registration with relevant authorities. That last but not least, I would like to gratitude for your attention, and I hope this forum will provide positive input to the participants and encourage the growth of franchise brands in Indonesia and Vietnam. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Patri. Thanks for your sharing and insight for us. Before we start this discussion, I would like to a bit explain about our main speaker, Ms. Phi Van Nguyen. Her experience spans in 20 years in branding, retail, and also franchise development across global and emerging market in Asia, Middle East, Africa, and Eastern Europe. We are lucky to have her here. She is currently as an advisor of many projects and also winning many awards of the retail leadership. She is also author of the books, around 7 books she already written and published. So please welcome Ms. Phi Van Nguyen as the chairwoman of Vietnam Franchise Network. The floor are yours.
Thank you, Pak Danny. Special thanks to Wali, special thanks to Patri, Pak Danny, and the board of Wali for hosting this forum today. I'm very thankful, and I hope that after this webinar, we will have many more webinars to come. And also, we would be able to travel to Indonesia at the end of the year to meet you in person. That would be my wish. What I would like to do today, everyone, good afternoon, is to give you a very much a snapshot of what Vietnam is all about, what the franchising market in Vietnam is all about, and why the industry is booming in Vietnam at the moment, and the opportunities for us to actually work with each other. First thing first, this is Vietnam in one slide. Yeah, I'm going to share the slides with you with Wali later on, so you can actually get the download of the file from Wali. Almost 100 million people in population, and GDP growth is very positive despite the COVID pandemic in the past 2 years. Growth rate is about 8% at the moment. GDP is 4,000 per capita. It's very much like Indonesia in terms of GDP per capita. And one thing you should bear in mind is the internet economy, the digital economy is growing very fast. 23 billion at the moment. Retail sales is increasing. So 2019, we see retail sales pretty much very high. And then you got 2020, 2021 being pretty damaged because of the pandemic. But back to 2022, retail sales has increased significantly back to the level of 2019. In terms of people using social, we have Zalo in Vietnam, which is a local network registered with 74 million users and 66 million users of Facebook. Internet penetration is about 79%, smartphone penetration about 97%, and obviously the banked population is about 70%. So it's quite significant across urban and also suburban areas. This is GDP per capita in terms of comparison. So you can see this is 2021, it's 3,700, but 2022 is already 4,100. So it's pretty much on par with Indonesia in terms of market. That's why there are a lot of similarities between Indonesia and Vietnam in terms of consumers, in terms of consumer needs, and also market penetration. So that's one thing that's very good for us to collaborate. In terms of consuming classes in Vietnam, you can see that the ABCD, which is the consuming class, the key consuming classes in Vietnam, hosts about 56% of all households. It's basically creating a market of 54 million people in Vietnam altogether. This is a snapshot of retail sales. As you can see, 2019, it reached about 4,000 billion. And then it goes a little bit, down in 2021 because of the pandemic, but back up with an increase of 15% over 2019 in 2022. That would open a significant market for especially they come in and expand their network, expand their business in Vietnam. This is the digital economy, and why I'm putting this slide on is just to show that after the pandemic, digitalization is very significant, and it's very important for any model or any brand to actually capture the attention of the consumer classes in Vietnam. Therefore, if you have a brand and you would like to enter Vietnam, that model has to be digitalized in one way or another. It could be internally in terms of management, it could be consumer facing, it could be in terms of marketing and promotion. But overall, there should be some activities in digitalization of the model for the consuming classes to be able to be touched both online and offline. Therefore, O2O models is basically the model for the next 5 years, the model of the future, and the model that would appeal to the consuming classes of Vietnam. So in terms of the franchise industry of Vietnam, it's a very young industry. It only started about 2009 when Circle K entered Vietnam. And then after that, as you can see, the big boys are coming into Vietnam one by one. You have Domino's, you have Burger King, you have KFC, you have Starbucks. And McDonald's only entered Vietnam in 2014, whereas McDonald's probably entered Malaysia around the 80s already. So it's still a very young industry, but because it's a young industry, everybody is learning, everybody is capturing the market, everybody is excited about the opportunities, and people are diversifying from manufacturing, from finance, from opening, their own mom and pop stores into franchising, because they can see the opportunity to be part of something bigger, to be part of something more professional. In terms of the franchising market for international brands to date, and I checked it this morning, there are 310 brands, international brands, registered in Vietnam. And the majority of the franchisors are from the US, UK, Australia, Singapore, Thailand, Japan, Hong Kong, Canada, South Korea, and Malaysia, a lot from South Korea. We haven't actually seen Indonesia happening here in Vietnam. So I hope that after this forum, we will start seeing more collaboration between Indonesia and Vietnam. One thing, the K-drama, K-pop, K-whatever, K-wave is making big wave into a lot of the ASEAN and Asian countries, and Vietnam is not an exception. So South Korean franchise brands are very much well liked in Vietnam at the moment. And the key sectors that the international franchisors are entering into Vietnam are mostly in F&B. I would say about 70% F&B, a lot in education from the West and from Singapore, a lot of retail, fashion, accessories, convenience stores, business service. So business service like training, coaching, management, and health and beauty care. Those would be the sectors that international franchisors are most likely to enter Vietnam with. But at the same time, we also have the early batch of local franchisors. So these are very significant brands that have built their models professionally, not only to franchise locally, but also to franchise internationally. And you will meet some of the founders of these brands today, from Heramo, from Care with Love, from Pho S, and from Happi Tea later on after my presentation. So make sure that you ask them what's going on in their network, how they use franchise to actually expand locally, and how they look forward to franchise their brands internationally. After the pandemic, though, before the pandemic, everything was very traditional, the traditional franchising models. After the pandemic, because of the changes in the digital economy, in how consumers behave, there are a lot of changes in terms of the appetite of the investors in franchising. First of all, they're very risk averse, and we're living in a world where cash is king, and if you can protect your cash and protect your wealth in this kind of economy, where the economy is pretty much down, people are very much more careful about selecting which model to actually invest on. They're very keen on the new normal business models. I will explain the new normal business models in my next slide, but it's basically anything that create more revenue, create less capex, and return on investment faster. The investors are more demanding, obviously, because they are more protective of their investment. They're less tolerant and very emotionally unstable, because they're not sure, they're not sure about the future, they're not sure about the way the economy is improving. So they seem to ask more questions and give more thoughts about their investments. They also expect that the franchisors will create risk management measures for them, so that when another wave of pandemic happens, at least the franchisors are very much well ready to guide them how to actually continue their business, or protect their business, or create or sustain the business at least, so that they don't have to go broke and face with closures. This is the new normal next-gen business models that I talked about previously. First of all, it has to be very flexible. It has to be online and offline. If you have to close all the physical stores, and you should be able to create an online channel for revenue to continue, you should be able to create an in-home, in-office delivery model, so that they can sustain the business. The business cannot be physical anymore. It has to be both online and offline. And the best business model is when you can be flexible in terms of changing from one model to another, or you can be seamless, both online and offline. It has to be omni-channel approach. So you can basically seek for information anywhere on any channel, both online and offline. You can make purchase anywhere at any channel. Check out from any channel. You can get customer service from any channel. That way, you can touch the consumers at any touch points in their life, both online and offline. Number 3, the business has to be data and customer experience driven, because without data, you don't know who the customers are. You don't know how to touch them. You don't know how to service them. You don't know how to retouch them in the future. You don't know how to create better experiences for them, to keep them in the loop, to create continued businesses with them in the future, right? So we're talking about the digital economy here, and obviously data is king. Data is the cash of the future. So if you have a business model, and it has to create and present customers' data to not only the clients, but also the franchisees, so that they can use the data to service their own customers in their shops or in their particular territory. Number 4 is multi-level investment packages. In the past, when we do franchising, we always have master franchise initial fee of a few $100,000. But nowadays, when I go out and sell franchises, I don't do it anymore. I can basically have to look at the potential of the market, the potential of the partners, and create multi-tiers in terms of investment packages, so that you can have, what if I want to do three stores at a time? What if I want to do 5 at a time? What if I want to do 10 at a time? What if I want to do only one city or one province? And what if I want to have the first right of refusal for the whole country later on? So you need to create different tier, different levels of investment packages for the investors to be able to, work with you and collaborate with you in any level. And the best is when they can basically start with you at the most basic level, and they can upgrade their relationship with you later on when the trust is already there, when the business is already operational, and be very effective in terms of finance. Number 5, financing is key. Cash is king, but not everybody has cash. And in this world, when the economy is fluctuating at the moment, it's difficult for people to actually have, the whole capex to actually invest. So you need to be very flexible in terms of thinking about optional financing schemes for the investors. What if they have 50% of the capex? What if they have 70% of the capex? What if they have 100%, but they may miss the operational cash when they create loss in the first 3 months or 4 months in operations, right? So these financing options should be available for them to be able to make that commitment and that first step into franchising, so they don't have to worry about, not having enough cash to support for the first phase of development. And last but not least, this business model has to be very fast, very furious. When I say fast and furious, what I mean is that return on investment has to be very fast. Because if you have to wait for 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years to actually return on investment, then the investors don't have that patience anymore, especially after the pandemic. Everybody wants to get their cash out there and get the cash back as fast as they can, as quick as they can. And that is the new normal, the next gen business model that everybody is looking at. And all the franchisors will prefer to go to instead of traditional franchising models. These are the sectors in Vietnam. You can see that after the pandemic, obviously, a lot of the industries that are booming during the pandemic would make a logical move in terms of franchising as well. So medical care, logistics, health and wellness, both physical and mental health, beauty and personal care, B2B services, personal services, education, personal development, and digital entertainment. These are the sectors that are very much paid attention by the franchise investors in Vietnam at the moment. So what might be the challenges? Because the market is there, the market is ready, the market is opening. What might keep you up at night in Vietnam would be your business model needs to be adjusted to fit the consumers in Vietnam, because they're looking for next gen business model. Probably you have to tweak your model a little bit. Probably you have to integrate digitalization into your business model a little bit more, so that you can create that attention, both from the franchisors, the investors' point of view, and the consumer's point of view. Digitalization of internal support, that's a must-have, because we can fly, but obviously we are used to working like this online with each other as well. And online can be very effective as well to keep the cost down, especially in terms of training and support. We used to have 100% physical on-spot, on-the-site support, but now in franchising, probably I would say 50% of the support would come from online. So without digitalization of internal support, your cost will be significant, whereas your initial fee, your investment level is all going down after the pandemic. There will be more work, there will be less money, after the pandemic, but that is reality. We have to face it and we have to live with it. You need to have an agile approach to collaboration. I remember earlier this year, I actually saw a master franchise to Singapore. I haven't actually flown to Singapore to do any setup. We done everything online. We collaborate through WhatsApp. We collaborate on Miro. We do workshops on Miro. We actually do training on Zoom to get everything going. And then we flying when we open the market to the media. So this agile approach to collaboration is significant in this world when we, can have a lot of digital tools to actually work with each other. So that can be something that could be a challenge for both in Indonesia and Vietnam. Last but not least, industry talents. Vietnam is a very young franchising market. So we are building our industry talents at the moment through our local franchisors and through the workforce, international franchisors. Obviously, there is tech time. When you enter Vietnam, then obviously you have to compete to get industry talents with a lot of different brands. So that is something that you can keep in mind if you think about expanding to Vietnam. So that's a snapshot of the Vietnam market. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. And I hope to see you in Vietnam. This is my my QR code. You can contact me through LinkedIn, or if you have any inquiries or you would like to contact myself or all the brands that will present later, you can do so via Wali. And we work very close with each other, so we would be able to create a channel of communication and give you all the answers that you need. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk today. And I hope that this very short presentation will bring you an overview of the Vietnamese market, especially the Vietnamese franchise market, and create an appetite for collaboration between Indonesia and Vietnam. Thank you.
Wow, excellent. Thank you for your sharing and insight, Ms. Phi.
Yes.
I want to ask you one question before we continue.
Yeah.
You mentioned that Vietnam has about 98.95 million people population, right?
Yes.
It's only 30% of Indonesia. Indonesia around 280 million people.
I know.
Very big population, This is very big. Our country size is 1.9 billion meter square, and your country size is around only 331,000 kilometers square, and your country is very big potential. Very big potential. Your country it grows so fast.
Yeah.
But my Indonesian brand doesn't want to go there. You say that there are 310 foreign franchise successful in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And no one brand of Indonesia come to Vietnam.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. And I let this responsibility to Pak Tri lah, to bring to many brands, Indonesian brands to Vietnam.
That is my wish. And that's why when I was in Jakarta last September, I did ask Pak Tri, how do we work with each other? Because there are a lot of opportunities between the two countries. And we have to move very quickly because everyone is already moving.
Can you imagine this only 2009, you said 2009 just start franchise in Vietnam, and now 2023, there is a lot of foreign brand in Vietnam. And this country is very potential.
Yes.
Yeah. But Indonesian doesn't see this. Indonesian, they already said that Indonesia is big country and big potential country. But this one is very big and will grow so fast in maybe the next 10 years.
All right. I think it is now the time to enter Vietnam, and not any time is better than now. So, if you have a plan to expand, then the time is now.
Yeah. Thanks for your sharing. Okay. You want to explain of the 4 brands that you mentioned just now?
So continue after this. I would like to introduce the four founders of the four brands that I mentioned in my presentation. I will start with their introduction of themselves and their brands, and then after that we will all get together in a panel, and I will ask them some questions on franchising so that they can answer the questions, and also they will host any questions that you may have about themselves, about their brands, and about Vietnam. Okay, so first thing first, I would like to invite Ms. In from Happi Tea to introduce Happi Tea to the Indonesian community. And you have about 5 minutes to do that, and then we can continue with Pho S.
Thank you, Ms. Phi, and good day, everyone. I hope you are doing well, and it is my pleasure to be here with you, all of you today. And I'm very excited to have this opportunity to introduce myself and with you. Sorry. Okay. My name is Ying, and I am the System Development Director of Happi Tea, and I'm very honored to be here to introduce you about Happi Tea. Happi Tea was established in 2017 in Vietnam and has currently operated more than 135 stores in Vietnam. And over the past 6 years, Happi Tea has extensively expanded in rural area before we navigate into the urban area in Vietnam. And our target audience will be the like young students and blue and white collar workers with the age from 18 to 40, and 70% of them are female. And from a very humble beginning of a multi-car, you see, this is the first store of Happi Tea. Our young founders have together built effectively a franchise system to date and bringing business opportunity to the hundreds of franchisees nationwide. Let me go a little bit about our milestone. Yeah. You can see that Happi Tea was born in 2017 from a very humble beginning of a car milk tea. Then after 2 years, we celebrate the 39 store, like we have 39 store. And after that in 2020, we have nearly 80 store in Vietnam. And during the pandemic period, we also move on and we also have 20 more store, and now we have already have 135 store in Vietnam. And this is, I would like to introduce you a little bit about our founder, Mr. Trần Nhật Vũ, Harry. He's the chairman, and he's also present here with us today. And also a co-founder, Mr. Lý Tấn Tài. He's a CEO of Happi Tea, and we are very happy to have Ms. Phi and Mr. Nguyen as our mentor. Beside the business activity, Happi Tea also do some community activity to the children to have they have the more like more opportunity to go to school. With collab with Ms. Phi. This is some like a picture of our activities. And with Happi Tea, we have more than 40 products that make our menu diversity. And the original milk tea make the big like revenue of our brand. It get about 53% of revenue. Besides that, Happi Tea, Happi Tea also bring to you two flexible model to fit the different location with various investment need from franchise investor. The first one is that the standard model with 3 kinds of service: on-premise, takeaway, and delivery. And with this model, we need only 80 to 100 square meter location. The second one is that the takeaway model is more simple. It serve takeaway and delivery service, and it's only need about like 30 to 50 square meter location that you can open this. And we also have 135 store like this. And that's on a short introduction about Happi Tea. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you. Hope you have a good day.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Maybe Ms. P want to add some more information. Oh, or there is any question, maybe just directly. We need to make flow, no need to wait until the finish, because maybe Pak Musa also can help me. Also, Pak Tri also can help me. Or maybe P first. You want to add some more information? No sound, no sound.
I think Happi Tea is a very, very significant case of a Vietnamese brands that have expanded, significantly in the country. And their systems and processes are very professionally done. Even their internal training system, everything is digitalized. And the whole system is basically built on a learning journey for the franchisees, and not only limited to just the orientation training. So for a local franchise brand, I have to say that they are trying to match the international standards in terms of franchising support, and that to me is significant for a young franchise industry like Vietnam. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your more explanation. This is Happi Tea. There is 135 outlets, right?
Yeah.
Right now, start from 2017. Now, during the 6 years, very, very exponential.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah. And if possible, that one investor, two investor come here today to become the investor of Vietnam brands in Indonesia. There is some big discount today.
Yeah, of course. If anyone is interested in Happi Tea,
Because there is the angel investor, Miss Fee, here.
and we're very flexible in terms of collaboration, so
Yeah.
we can work out and co-create the collaboration together.
Okay, thank you so much. And then we continue to the second brand first, yeah. Then later after that we can take question and answer later.
Yeah. So the second brand introduction today is Pho S, and I would like to welcome Hải, who is the co-founder, and also he's the award-winning pho chef in Vietnam, the best pho chef in Vietnam awarded in 2019. So you're looking at him, and I hope that you will be able to taste his pho later on when he goes to Indonesia in September. Hải, the floor is yours.
Hello, hello everyone. It's nice to meet you. Hello.
Yo, hello.
Oh yes, it's
Yeah.
working. Nice meeting you today. Thank you for having me this opportunity to share with you guys what we're going. And for me, so I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah. So yeah, I'm Hai, and I'm actually the third generation of a family having a tradition in making pho. And as Phi mentioned, in 2019, I participated in a competition for the best pho chef in Vietnam, and I had in the world that is golden star on this, and it's top 5, yeah, top 5 people. And there's no best one though. Before that, I've been working on various fields from agriculture and to heavy industry. After studying, coming back from studying in the US. As for Pho S, we were established in 2022 based on the foundation of the 6 running restaurant that we still restaurant brands. And our brand is originally from Nam Dinh, the birthplace of Vietnamese iconic dish pho. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm the 3rd generation of a family's first tradition. And here is our story. In 1982, our grandfather opened a restaurant in Nam Dinh, Hanam, and he moved to Saigon, and the family stopped doing, pho business, and we do every kind of work, but we moved back to our origin in 2019, yeah, and we begin to having business with another brand, and it's a restaurant running right now. But in 2020, we create Pho S with the purpose of launching a franchise business, and it's for Pho S, our mission is to bring the flavor, the charm of our culture to everybody in the world. And the vision of our brand is to become the ambassador of Vietnam's iconic food for worldwide. Our core values always care and share benefits of a healthy lifestyle to everyone, as our recipe contain ginseng and a way of cooking pho in a healthy way. We use nourished porcelain pot to cook our pho, and in the ingredient we have ginseng and also many kind of herbs in our recipe. Yeah, it's the taste of the national treasure. We Vietnam have a national treasure. The Hoklin ginseng is a national treasure. It's our top treasure in Vietnam. It's about the recipe of us. It's passed down from our grandpa, and the ingredients are all very good for your health. And as I mentioned earlier, our soup being slowly cooked in a nourished pot is a porcelain pot. We don't, and a combination with Vietnamese ginseng. So who is Pho S for? We serve all kind of customer. We have family, white collars, entrepreneur, freelancers. In urban area, we are focusing on that first. And international guests with an interest of love or for our Vietnamese foods. And here's our menu. It's in all kind of food from pho to any different kind of Vietnamese cuisine. And for the franchise models, we are having many kind of different models, such as kiosk and stainless store, as Pho Tea also represent. And that's all from my side.
Thank you, Hai.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Hi,
Yeah.
Nguyen. Thank you. Okay. Miss Fee, want to add some more information?
I think pho is probably not very foreign to anyone. If you know Vietnam, you know pho. If you know pho, you know Vietnam. So I think this is a concept that would create a lot of interest from anyone who's in the F&B business, because as much as we would like pho to be promoted internationally, a lot of the brands actually created outside of Vietnam. I have to say that this should be one of the most professional brand of pho that is created in Vietnam by the Vietnamese that should be franchising internationally later on. So I hope to see a lot of interest in this area, and hope to support our partners to bring our signature dishes to international markets. Yeah.
Yes. Pho is the traditional Vietnamese food. Everywhere around the world, we go to US, Australia, we go to Canada, we go to Europe, everywhere if there is Vietnamese stay or live there, then we can find the pho of Vietnamese restaurants.
Yeah.
And interesting, the Mr. Hai Nguyen is the third generation, right? Just now he mentioned that of his grandfather, who in Indonesia we call legend.
Legend
food. Yeah, legend food in Vietnam for us. And pho become the culture of Vietnam, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
like in Indonesia, like nasi padang, it become the culture of
Right.
food.
And I love nasi padang. Every time I go to Indonesia, I have to have it. I have to.
Interesting. Maybe Hai Nguyen just start this business after continue from his grandfather, his father, maybe from 2000, maybe 2012. He mentioned that.
Yeah.
And now become 6 outlets in Vietnam and ready to expand in Indonesia. Who is the investor? You can talk directly to Hai Nguyen. You can do, for instance, ask his email, or maybe directly talk to Miss Fee.
And interestingly, because we're going to do our exhibition in Malaysia next month, so we already create our halal products, soup products already, and we're going to showcase it in Malaysia for the Malaysian franchisors, Malaysian investors next month. So you should be okay with.
You can go to Malaysia too.
Yeah, you should. Well, I'll see you all in Malaysia because it's very easy for Indonesia to travel to Malaysia. Then.
Yes, there are some Vietnamese restaurant in Indonesia. The name is Pho also. Many Pho. Yeah. But I believe that this Pho is different because legend.
Yeah, it's a legend.
Original come from Vietnam. In Indonesia, it's Indonesian make the Vietnam restaurant. Yeah. If we can bring for us to Indonesia, this is good lah. Yeah. Become our meeting point together to meet each other. Vietnam and Indonesia. Okay.
Okay.
Who want to ask some question? We bring 2 brands first.
Yeah.
And ask for Happi Tea just now, and also Pho S before we start or continue the rest of the 2 brands. Patri want to ask maybe? Or Pak Musa is here. Pak Musa, where's Pak Musa? Yeah, Pak Musa, you want to ask some question? Pak Musa has coffee brands. Maybe he has around 100 outlets rate.
Wow, congratulations.
100 or 200?
Around 200.
200 and packed together with Happi Tea. Very nice, right? Happi Tea bring to put beside his copy, right? You want to ask some question? Maybe just now Pak Rudy asked me direct message. How big the Happi Tea? The size of the company? Maybe you can explain how many employees you have, how many, maybe something like that. Oh, the roughly lah, the income of the one outlet.
Yeah, our company now has more than 50 employees, and that they work in the company, and then we have more than 1,000 employees that work in the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many in US? Yeah, I don't know. In Vietnam, what is the Vietnam's currency? Yeah? In US, roughly per outlet, the income.
The income of the employee.
The income of the outlet per month.
Per outlet per month.
It's about like 16,000. 16,000. The revenue of its store is about $16,000 US.
Oh, 16,000, 16,000.
Yes,
Very,
16,000.
very big.
Yeah, this is the average of our store revenue.
Oh, good lah. 16,000 times 15,000 in Indonesia. How much? I think the number is so big. Or around maybe 225 million, 225 juta per outlet omset.
Yeah.
Income 225 million.
140.
Yeah, 225 million rupiah per
Okay.
bulan, per month.
So basically, net profit percentage is around 20 to 30%.
Yes.
Oh,
Per store. So in this particular market, the net profit percentage is still very high. A lot of the ingredients, the core ingredients that they use are locally made. That's why it does help with cost of goods.
okay, can we call Happi Tea like mixe in Vietnam? Mixe, you know mixe?
Yes, I know that, but it's different. Like we are different brand and different like target audience.
Yeah, what I
Target.
mean, like so people in Indonesia can imagine Happi Tea like Vietnam concept, like mixe in Vietnam lah.
Yes.
More or less same, almost the same concept, right? So mixe has around almost 20,000 outlets in the world. Then maybe Happi Tea after today can be like that, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I hope that Happi Tea will go to Indonesia, like mixe go to another country.
Yeah.
The
Pak
KPI
Musa,
by
or
the
Pak
end of the
Rudy,
year is 200 stores.
Yes.
maybe are keen to bring Happi Tea to Indonesia. Let's see ya. Ada Pak Musa.
Yeah, we will.
Pak Musa have 200 outlets of coffee. It's very easy to bring also Happi Tea to Indonesia.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Some question to Pho S. You want to ask about Pho S?
You have to ask about Pho S because Pho is Vietnam. So
Yeah. legend.
legend.
Legend food.
Legend food.
Okay. What is the difference if we go to Vietnam to differentiate Pho S and another pho in Vietnam?
Hi, you want to answer the question, or
I want to ask the question.
how do you differentiate between any pho with Pho S in Vietnam? I think it's in the recipe and the product. I'm going to go first, and then he can support with his ideas. Pho originally is already very healthy, but Pho S has a very special recipe which has ginseng, Vietnamese ginseng in it. You can't really taste the taste of ginseng, but it's in there, and it's very nutritious, so that it does help to boost your energy and boost your health in a very specific way. And that is our secret recipe. And the ginseng is basically grown from a huge farm from his family as well. So up in the mountain area of Vietnam, highlands of Vietnam. So that special recipe is basically after COVID, when the immune system of everybody is already weakened. This is something that's basically help boosting your health when you consume it on a regular basis.
Okay, thanks for the explanation. Must try.
Must try.
Must try.
So you have to come to Vietnam.
Yeah, must try. We will go together in Pamusa and Patri. Okay, maybe continue to another speaker first.
Yeah. So next, we will move to Care with Love, and I would like to introduce Thai, who is co-founder of Care with Love. Thai, the floor is yours. You have to unmute yourself.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Selamat siang.
Selamat.
Yeah, so hi everybody. I'm Thai, the founder of Care with Love. I'm the expert in taking care of other people's wife and baby. Right. So in Care with Love, we understand the pain of the mother, especially for those who are pregnancy and after birth. So 11 years ago, I created a brand called Care with Love, and we are the medical healthcare service specialized taking care of mom and babies. And we have been serving more than 150,000 customers since 2012. The difference between Care with Love and other brands is that we have the license from the Ministry of Health, as well as we have the highest standard from BCTMB from America. I'm the founder together with my wife, and this is my 4 little children. They all use Care with Love, of course, and we are masters from the US and from Canada. And we are together with Miss Vivian, creating a better future for babies and mom in Vietnam and the world. Our vision and mission is we want to devote and commit our high skill medical and ethics in midwife and nurses taking care of babies and moms during pregnancy and after birth. Over 11 years, we have been serving more than 150,000 moms, and they also, many of them are top celebrities in Vietnam, top model in Vietnam, actor, actress. They all use Care with Love because they only want the best service for themselves and for their babies. And we are the social top of mind. As you can see, over the last month, we have more than 1 million of reach and million of interaction in our Facebook. And our customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Our ingredient is organic, and we create ourselves, and we partner with the factory with GMP standard to create our products. And we have a strong doctors and medical team to support us, all from international hospitals. We focus on our training. Our staff are nurses, midwife, and they are trained to deliver the best service for mom and babies. And we enter many events, many workshops, many fair, baby and mom fair in Vietnam to create brand awareness, as well as having many customers. Our staff are angels. We train them and we are certify them. And this is some of our diploma and certificate, which we have learned, which we have acquired over the years about prenatal and postnatal care. Our service, including yoga for pregnancy and yoga after birth, postnatal yoga. We have spa for lady and for pregnancy, because during pregnancy, women are very weak. Women need a lot of help and relax. And after birth, they are losing a lot of blood. They are in pain. We help them to reduce pain, as well as make them be happy, be beautiful again. And we also have baby floating. After the baby is about 2 months old, we have baby floating. They can be happy and playing under the water, as well as we have the massage and then the shower for the newborn at home. And in 2023, we are franchising all over Vietnam. And this is the feel and look of our spa. We only need about 100 meters square to have this kind of spa. We have the check-in station, the spa, the floating, as well as the head showering. And why you choose Care with Love? Because we have 11 years. We have serving more than 150,000 mom and baby in Vietnam, and we also have the experience as well as the expertise to help you to success. And we have a very good investment with less than $45,000. You already have a spa, can serving mom and baby both at home and at spa. Over 11 years, we helping 150,000 mom and baby, and currently we have more than 100 staffs. This is a happy journey, and this year we have signed with Go Global Franchise Fund Accelerator Program, and we are reaching our target is to have 50 franchise all over the world. And we are looking for a partner who have the same vision and mindset to serve the mom and baby community with kindness, looking for commitment, learning, and take responsibility. Together, we will achieve creating a healthy, happy life for millions of mom and baby in the world. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Ms. V, you want to add some more information?
So with this particular service, I have to say that it's an underrated service because it's needed by everyone, but not a lot of brands are actually creating a professional model to franchise it internationally. So with Care with Love and their experience in the industry for 11 years and their commitment from the founders of best quality, I think this is the model that will expand very quickly in the future, especially when personal service is becoming something of significance in the future. When we have less time, we have less convenience, we have less support from the family network, then obviously we need more professional service from such brands, especially for mothers and babies.
Okay. Maybe you can give some summary about this. Mr. Tai Nguyen can transform his problem to become business.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true. He has 4 babies. So
yeah, he said that for women is unfair. They all pain, gain, all weight, something like stress, desperation, everything. But the problem become a business after 11 years. And now they serve about 150,000 moms and baby. Yeah, it's like very good business. I don't know in Indonesia it's the same similar or not, but this business is very potential in Indonesia.
and it is always there because there are always moms and babies.
Yeah. This business is very good. Okay. Any question? Oh, there's any question? Okay.
But Indonesians are very shy. You don't ask.
You already understand about everything. But I want to ask one question to Tai Nguyen. Do you do this business use shops, outlets, or maybe you make something like spa center, something like that?
Yes, thank you for your question. We have both. So at the spa, we do have spa, physical location for women and baby to come to spa for baby and spa for pregnancy as well as ladies. And also in Vietnam, I don't know about the tradition of Indonesia, but for Chinese, for Vietnamese, for Singaporean, they stay home. It's a confinement period. So after birth for 1 month, they don't get out of the home. They stay home. They want to take care of their baby as well as they avoid the wind, the dust, and the sun. So they want to stay home. So we have nurses go to their home to help them to take care of the baby and help them to recovery.
Got it, got it.
Yeah, so only one location we can run all around the city.
Okay, okay. So you have home service,
Yep.
and also there's spa center, something like that, lah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay.
It's also up to you to work with hospitals, you know.
Oh, can do also, yeah?
Yeah,
The hospital is like your network and
correct.
your partner.
Correct. So if anyone is in that sector, then it's very good network to expand using Care with Love. Yeah.
Oh, so this business start from the mother pregnant before deliver the baby, until deliver the baby, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a long period, not only a one-time thing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's continue to other one first, then later we try to
Okay.
more
So
understand about it.
sure. Thank you, Tai. And last but not least, I would like to introduce Phúc Lê. He's my favorite digitalized model at the moment. So he's going to talk a little bit about Heramo and how digital transformation has transformed his business. Phúc, the floor is yours.
Thank you, chị. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Phúc. I'm co-founder of Heramo. Let me share my screen. Here. Okay. Right. Oh. Wrong screen. English. 1 second. All right. Can you see my screen? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, we are Heramo. Hera is we stand for Hera, the Asian Greek goddess, for mother, for happiness, family. So basically, from the day we create Heramo, we already have a mission to liberate people, especially women, from laundry, from cleaning, from the housework, and give time back to them to really live their life. So we are doing business in a very traditional industry, is a laundry. But a lot of things we are disrupting. Firstly, we are focusing on the premium service of the high value category in the laundry industry, including the dry cleaning is for like shoes, for high-end item, etc. For bags, for shoe cleaning, and also we do the household like sofa, mattress, curtain, carpet, etc. in the house. So basically everything on the body, everything in the house, we're gonna clean them all. Basically, so why we are doing business in this industry? Firstly, this is sustainable industry. Basically, this industry exists for 100 years, and it will continue to exist and sustain in the next 100 years. Secondly, if we look at the, like Miss Phivan already shared, if we look at the macroeconomic of Vietnam, and also we see a very similar pictures of Vietnam and Indonesian market, is that where the middle class, growth rate of the middle class is highest, one of the highest in Asia, in South Asia, and even Asia. So when this segment of the middle class growing really fast, their consumption really create a bigger and bigger market for this industry. So that's why business perspective, this is really good market to enter. And so right now we have this is on the right side is our services, including the premium laundry, dry cleaning for the things like really high-end luxury or expensive items that people really cannot do it themselves. They cannot handle themselves. They need to external experts and services. We have shoe cleaning. We have bags, and also we have household items. This is full service, and once you sign the franchise with Heramo, you already have all of this service without buying a lot of machines, without investing a lot in the facility access, without needed of really study or learning or skilling a lot of the skill to do all of these difficult, I would say, difficult items to handle all in one. And in terms of channels, we are omni-channels powered by technologies. Customer can place the order at the store at offline. We have the store there, or they can place on the mobile app for customer. They can place the order on the web, or like OTTs, like in Vietnam it's Yellow, and a hotline, other channels. So it's multiple channels, multiple platform, and multiple service all in one. So that's what we have right now. And talking about a bit like in the model. So when you talk about like franchising in laundry, you normally think about like normal laundromat or koi laundromat or etc. But for this is a disrupted model. Without you don't need to buy machines, you don't need to hold a huge access. You only need like a shop area around like 15 to 20 square meter, with only very limited time spent and effort spending to operate the shop. You only focus on sales, marketing, customer acquisition. So you only need one staff at a ship. It's very minimal operation and labor cost. We offer very diversity of the location. Even the shop front, the shop house, there's a kiosk or shop in shop is all okay. And with around 10,000 US dollar for total investment initially, you will get the ROI, the return on investment, completely within 12 months. And from the second month, you will generate around $10,000 US dollar profit annually, and you have all of that when only spending like 10% of your time and effort to operate this compared to other models. So how that happen? Basically, that happens because considering this is a POS, the point of sales, you open a shop without brand, and what you need to do is you handle the pickup of the customer orders, the items at the shop. You use our mobile app for the store, for the staff at the store, at the shop, and you pick up the order of the customer. You take the photo, you have the digital signatures, everything done, and then we handle the fulfillment. We moving the item to the central fulfillment center. We do all of the sorting, pre-quality checking, recording all the information. We do the cleaning process for appropriately for each kind of items. And then when it's done, we do another round quality check to make sure everything really at high quality, packaging, and deliver back to the shop, and then you deliver to the customer. That's it. And if anything happen, we have the post service professional support teams to support to resolve the complaints or anything for the customer. So all of this is powered by the exclusive end-to-end technology system that we built over the last 4 or 5 years. And what is the technology system that we actually build to handle all of this? So this is the technology. Basically, we have full SaaS platform and technology system, including the mobile app for customer to place the order. We have the websites. We have the shop app on the second app from the left to right. The second app on the top is the shop app, which is the app for the staff at the shop. And normally when at the laundromat, laundry shop in Vietnam, they either do the paper documents, papers, or they buying some POS software, the POS software, but they're not customized for the laundry. So a lot of the things happen at the laundry shop that need specific technology, and we build that. I give you some example, like when customer go to the POS, they gave the phone number. With the phone number enter to the app, it populate all the information, but the specially is it populate all of the preference of this customer on the previous order, because on this industry, people really care about their items. So those notice, those preference is really important. And also the staff need to take some pictures to make sure that the customer really rest assured that they hand over, let's say 1 bag and 3 pair of shoes. Is it? What is it? And after they left the store, they immediately receive the e-receipt. They can see the whole receipt online on the web or on the mobile app. And when the item moving to the store, we have the app for the fulfillment center to keep track everything, every action and every stay of each of item and the order. That's why as a shop owner, you don't need to be at the store. You don't need to operate. You only open the app, open the web. You know every information of the staff, of the customer, of the activity, of the order, of the revenue, of the status of every single item. Where is it? What is the status? What happened, etc. And with that, we improve significantly the effectiveness, productivity. We decrease almost like eliminate the whole like risk of this process. And together, we also have the back office web. So you can using the web to watch out every movement of the order, of the items, of the revenue, of the business. And we have the dashboard reporting built up already for the shop owner. So because of this, you will spend like 10% of time and effort to really manage the store, but you will return maximum profit compared to the other normal like laundry franchising or laundry shop or even other models. After 5 years officially operate, we have around 60,000 really high quality customer. We serving more than 300,000 items. And in terms of the average revenue of a store is around like, this is Vietnamese, but in US dollar is around 6,000 to 7,000 US dollar per store. And again, you will this revenue actually will depend a lot on the location and the population and the lifestyle and the income of the customer. So basically for the big city in Indonesia, for the nice location, this will be much more. And then the return on investment will be even shorter than 12 months. So basically that's Heramo, and we're really looking for exciting opportunities to explore the Indonesian market, to really scale this, not just in Vietnam, but outside Vietnam, and really to not just building great business, sustainable business together, but also really help us to reaching the mission. Our mission is to liberate millions of people from the laundry, cleaning and housework, to give time back to them, to really enjoy their life. So that's it for Heramo. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Ms. Phi. What's the answer?
This to me is the model of the future, because remember in my presentation, I talked about the next gen of business model after the pandemic. And I focus on the fact that it has to be an O2O model, online to offline. It has to be powered by technology, because after the pandemic, what we have learned is that customers are basically moving online. And there should be multiple revenue channels for the franchisees to be able to earn without the physical touch and with the risk of closing down in the future. So technology-powered business models would be the model that would be moving forward in a big wave in the future. Franchising has always been a very traditional business, but it has to move, and it has to change, and it has to transform. And starting now, we already see new business models like Heramo. We start seeing a lot of the startups, technology startups in the fintech, wealth tech, drone industries to start using franchising to scale. This is an opportunity to be part of not only franchising industry, but also the startup, wave that's making the world at the moment.
Maybe we can call advanced technology laundry service in Vietnam. You're right. And this is one-stop service related to cleaning. So not only for clothes, for mattress, for sofa, for carpet, even for air conditioning, right? But the
very well described. Thank you.
Yeah, but the composition for clothes many related to others is almost the same. Composition of the typical of laundry.
Cook, you want to answer that?
Sorry, can you repeat the questions?
I mean, you mentioned that your service is not only for clothes, but also
Yes.
clothes, bag, air conditioning, mattress, sofa, carpet, etc.
Yes.
So, but the composition of the revenue or maybe the income comes from.
Okay. Yeah.
Which one is more?
Yeah, 90% is still coming from the shoe cleaning, dry cleaning, premium laundry, and also bags cleaning, bag spa. The rest 10% coming from household items, because we right now at the moment we're not yet really pushing the household item. We leave it there for like a long tail service. Like customer come to us as a shoe cleaning, but then they expand their services next time to dry clean, and then someday they actually know and they really trust Heramo, and then they say they see we have a full set of service, and then they use another service. So
very
yeah.
Perfect. So any question from the floor? Maybe Patri or maybe Pak Musa or others, Pak Rudi or Bu Marni?
Okay, thank you, Pak Dani.
Yeah.
If all participant interest for your business, how much capital needs to open master franchise or the once outlet franchise? And
directly,
what is support for the franchisors to master franchise or franchisee in Indonesia? Thank you, Pak Dan.
Yeah. Wow, that one is must be answer or all the brands answer.
Can I answer once for all the brands?
Yeah.
First of all, as I mentioned before, previously, before the pandemic, it has always been the master franchising model. So you basically have to get the license for the whole of Indonesia. But after the pandemic, when investors are basically very risk averse, I'm willing to negotiate on city level, province level, or it could be a pack of let's say start with a pack of 5 or 10 stores, and expand it, and then you have the first right of refusal for the whole of Indonesia later if you are interested. I will be very open to talk and to co-create. To me, collaboration is key. It has to come from you as well, what you would like to do with it and how you would like to expand in Indonesia, right? So we're not going to just say, okay, we have to do this. No, we will co-create and create the opportunity together. That's first. Secondly, in terms of support, we will support like a master franchisee, regardless you are buying 5 or 10 or a city or a province or the whole of Indonesia. because to me, support is important for you to be successful. If you are successful, then obviously we can expand to a huge market of Indonesia. Vietnam is only 30% of your market. So Indonesia to us is a huge market, and we're willing to do more than we should to do that, to have that support. Mind you that all of our brands already have every digitalization, internal management, digital support that you need. So we can have 50% online support, 50% physical support, no problem. We all have our training systems in place, all the orientation training, all the management training, all the partner training already built and ready to go. So you're not left with nothing in hands. The day you sign, the day you are given the key to the digital assets that we have, and then you can move on and, you know, even start setting up yourselves without us physically on spot. So that kind of level of support that we can commit. And with me here today, being in the industry for so long, I won't allow Vietnamese brands to go international if they're not ready. If you're not ready, you don't go. You have to wait, and you have to build a very solid structure before you can do so. Yeah.
That means
Thank you.
these 4 brands needs fee requirements.
Yeah, I'm super difficult in terms of selecting what brands to
Pass
present.
the examination.
Yeah.
As long as Miss Fee with us, we will get fully support lah.
I'm always here.
Okay, this is very interesting discussion because there are Miss Fee.
Yeah.
Told us about the Vietnam market, and then the potential of the market, trends, etc. And the 4 brands from Vietnam are ready to expand Indonesia from Happi Tea, from F&B like Pho S, and then also the advanced technology laundry service like from Heramo, and also another things about from
Care with Love.
Care with Love, talking about the baby and mother spa, something like that. Very, very interesting. And this is tell us about how advanced Vietnam brands right now compared to 10 years ago. Very fast. Yeah, Patri. This is Vietnam. We need to go to Vietnam to visit Vietnam first.
Patri, book your flight tomorrow.
When the schedule of franchise exhibition in Vietnam, Miss P?
It would be early November, Patri.
Wow.
Okay.
First
Sorry?
to
November.
Yeah, November 1st to 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So we invite already these 4 brands to come to Indonesia and also join the what do you call? What do you call, Patri? Play Expo.
Play on October, Pak Dani.
Yeah, Pak Rulif is here also.
Pak Rulif is live.
Olive, okay.
Any schedule August.
So another thing that you want to ask some question, or maybe if you want to add some more information.
Yeah, I can continue by asking the brands some of the questions if you would like me to do so, and if we still have the time.
Okay, I want to ask one question to just now related to laundry service. How is your business model? If I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that you set up something like the centralized operation center. For instance, when we start from Jakarta, centralized operation center, then you open some small outlet, yeah, right? Just only for pick up and sales and marketing, lah. Right?
Exactly.
But in additional, you create that good technology from apps and other things, so people can to book and serve, book and what I mean, maybe make some appointment, something like that, right?
Yes, but just to add on it, our technology system is mainly booking service by mobile app or by website, etc. It's just one small part. But the key thing of the technology we build is based on based on thousands of learning, when we're running the laundry dry cleaning business, there's a lot of operational things and the risk and the issues and a lot of things, and we use technology to solve that problem at the scale. So our long story short, our key technology system is for the operations part, and because of that we can scale that part, and we with the maximum effectiveness and minimum risk. That's the main part of technology.
Yeah, that means that if we want to become your master franchise in Indonesia, for instance, that we need to set up a centralized operation center first and an office maybe, and we need to hire people. Then you train us to become your partner. So we understand, and then you, with your technology apps, you help us to do this, and maybe we need to set up several outlets, small outlets, maybe around 15 to 20 meters square. Then we hope our customer can come directly to the outlets, or maybe go through the apps to become our customer, right?
Yes, maybe Chief Ivan will have more info, but initially this is one of the options, and I think each of the market has different situations, cultures, operational complexity, a lot of things. So we will not stick to the very fixed model. We will work with you to find out what parts you will do the best, what part we can support, and how together we can make it work. But yes, initially that's one of the options.
Yeah, in Vietnam, your outlets, many of your outlets in the mall, or maybe in the, for instance,
right now we have own the outlets, the store at the shop front, and we
then
and he's moving into basically commercial grade A residential and office buildings at the moment, because that's where the key customers are. So what happens is the technology platform is already there. It can be ghosted. It could be customized for any market within a few touches. So that is the headache, the big headache which has been solved. The rest is very much operational. You can basically have your own fulfillment center. If you become a master franchisee, obviously from a city level, we can do a city level operational support, or we can, if it's a country level, then we obviously scale it out to various fulfillment centers and support centers. So it depends on what scale we're talking about. We can have the operational model to fit that particular scale, and it's easy to do so because the technology is already there.
Okay, so if for instance we want to become your master franchise in Indonesia, and we open the small outlet, all the outlet is franchise too, or own outlet for the master franchise?
You can sub-franchise as well if you like, because you're a master franchisee. So obviously we would like you to open a few shops so that you have the operational experience, open 3 or 5 at least, so you know what's going on. And then you can sub-franchise either single unit, or you can do packs, or you can do either city or province level in Indonesia as well. So if you operate from Jakarta, you can do a Surabaya master franchisee of Indonesia under you. I think that's more scalable and takes less time for you to scale.
Okay, very good. All the brands is very good. Okay, but I'm confused. Why nobody want to answer? They are very low profile. Indonesian is low profile, but when they meet you one-on-one, they will ask more. Sorry, like that.
That's okay.
Or they will directly text message to me, that's us to become your partner. Later we will text you.
Sure. So I will rely on Pak Danny and Pak Tri to help me with the connection in Indonesia. And then we will be able to talk one-on-one with anyone who would be interested.
Okay, Pak Tri, want to add some information?
I think this forum is the first to cooperation with Vietnam Franchise Network, and next be scheduling to next event or next partnership. And I think must growing Indonesian brand and Vietnam brand. It's all country maybe next. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we take picture first, yeah. We take
Okay.
picture together, yeah. Open the camera. Open. Yeah. Ada. Okay, from Ibu Nana Lingga, Upi. Halo, apa kabar? Bu Nana dari mana?
Pak Dani. Pak Dani, halo.
Halo, dari mana? Bu Evi. Bu Evi, open the camera.
Evi, show your face.
Selamat. Halo.
Halo,
Halo,
Bu
Vi.
Evi.
Halo, Vi. Can you hear me?
Of course I can.
Yeah, sorry, I off camera due to not in proper. So at least very thank you. Nice to see you in this afternoon and inspiring. You bring the forth of interesting brands. So I hope they can meet the partners or master franchisees soon to expand in Indonesia. And don't forget to join our expo, next expo on October. Okay.
Sure.
And we hope to join your expo also on November.
Thank you so much, Bu Evi.
Yeah, once again, thank you and success for you all.
Okay, thank you so
Bye.
much. Oke, ada teman-teman lain buka kamera yuk. Coba share dari Bu Upi dari mana, mungkin Bu Nana dari mana. Coba buka suara.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Pak Dani, Pak Tri. Me and Nana, we are from High Scope Indonesia. Actually, I have a question. Just wondering, should I ask later on or not? But my question is about how's the IPR intellectual property right in Vietnam?
Oh, you want to register your trademark in Vietnam?
Yes, and the protection.
Oh, itu Miss V will answer this.
Yeah, mostly for a franchisor, if you want to enter Vietnam, you have to do 2 registrations. First is with the Ministry of Commerce of Vietnam for foreign brand to enter Vietnam, and after that, through a lawyer, a local lawyer, you can register your trademark with the trademark registry of Vietnam.
And how's the regulation in Vietnam for IPR violation?
Well, as any developing market, it's a kind of shaky at the moment. But if you already have your registration in Indonesia and then you register in Vietnam as well, then obviously you are protected. And by law, you can sue anyone if they use your trademark. Mostly we use lawyers' letters to send to the violators, and mostly they will basically get away, go away and delete any trademark violations. We haven't actually seen any, court case in terms of trademark regulations, registration for international franchise brands in Vietnam.
Okay.
Because you are well protected already in your own country and with registration with the Ministry of Commerce here.
Okay. Yeah, because your previous slide, we are interested because there's a market for education. So you are wondering about that also.
Wow, Heiko want to go to Vietnam. Later, the next 2 months or next month, we will do the same thing for Indonesia to Vietnam. Then we invite High Scope to become one of the brands.
Thank you, Pak.
Siap nggak Bu Nana sama Bu Uki?
Perfect.
Tapi prepare the presentation ya.
Sure, we would like interested. Maybe we can join also in November for the the one in Vietnam.
Yeah. Miss
You
P
need
will
any help, just let us
invite,
know.
Miss P, we invite all the investor
Yeah.
to high school. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
15,000 people traffic per day. So there you go.
Yeah, you know, high school is very big school, high school and university in Indonesia right now. English school.
Okay.
It's early childhood up to high school currently.
Oh, now childhood to university.
To
So
high school.
how many locations? Okay.
We have, is it 13 right now or 14, Bunana?
14. We have
Oh,
14.
14.
14 schools.
And it's around the world. I think we're from America.
Oh, from kindergarten to university, right?
No,
High
up
school.
to high school.
Oh, high school.
SMA.
SMA,
Yep.
high school, senior high school.
Yeah, actually, we already look at Vietnam. We've been to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, and we were thinking to have one high school in Ho Chi Minh.
But now you have the right person, is Miss P here, you know.
Well, next time you come to Ho Chi Minh City, just let me know.
Okay,
When you go
sure.
When you
Yeah.
go to Ho Chi Minh, don't forget to invite me to accompany you.
Okay, Pa. So you're based in Ho Chi Minh, in Miss Phi.
Yeah, I'm based in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take picture first, yeah. Take picture first. Maybe Caca want to take picture. Nah, Caca, where's Caca? Oh, Patri want to take picture. Oh, Pak Musa. Pak Musa, ya. Okay. 1.
1, 2, 3.
Done.
Done.
I keep smiling. All right.
Okay,
Done.
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 Okay.
Done.
Okay. Other things. I think it is very. I think, yeah. For my opinion, yeah. Vietnam is very potential market. Not only potential market, they can create excellent brands right now who are ready to expand around the world. I don't know Indonesia, but Vietnam is more very fast. The growth exponential, and one person behind the story is Miss P. Van Nguyen. Thank you. Okay. I think this is good discussion. Then we end the presentation today. And if you want to continue discussion, you can directly go to Miss P or maybe the brands, or you drop to Patri or us, so we can continue to, and then we can continue discussion about that after this, because 2 hours not enough. Yeah, 2 hours is not enough. But at least in this 120 minutes, we can get the summary and understanding about the Vietnam market and also Vietnam brands who are ready to expand to Indonesia. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope we can continue this conversation for the next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wali. Thank you, everyone.
Terima kasih semuanya. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.